It is often said that less is more, but when it comes to describing the intensity of actions or events, specifying locations, the timing of events, reasons for actions, etc., the saying does not always hold true. This is why we use adverb clauses for more in-depth description of intensity, location, time or reason, and this brings us to the study of adverb clauses in English. What are adverb clauses? Adverb clauses are dependent clauses that perform the same duties as adverbs. We call them dependent clauses because, individually, they cannot express a complete meaning or sense, unless they are embedded in an independent clause which completes their meaning. Adverb clauses are adverbs, but with more words, and they serve the purpose of describing intensity, timing, location, reason, manner, etc., of actions or events. Take for instance, he kicked the ball where no one would find it. The example above is a sentence and the adverb clause in the sentence is, where no one would find it. Its function in the sentence is clear as day because it tells us, where, the ball was kicked, location, and that is, where no one would find it. The adverb clause in the sentence acts as an adverb by giving us information about the location of an action. Adverb clauses are typically found at the final positions of sentences, but how else do we determine that a clause is an adverb clause? Structure of adverb clauses. In identifying adverb clauses, you need to first of all, look at their componential structure. The structure of an adverb clause is the following: it is introduced by a relative adverb, followed by a subject, a verb, which is mandatory, and any other grammatical elements. If you have been following the series so far, you would notice that all dependent clauses covered have verbs as part of their mandatory elements. This is because, for a group of words to be considered a clause, they must contain, at least, a finite verb. This is why dependent clauses have verbs as part of their compulsory elements. Take for instance, how it happened. The example above is an adverb clause and it is introduced by a relative adverb, how. Relative adverbs are similar to relative pronouns which are used to introduce noun clauses and adjective clauses, but the difference is that they introduce clauses that serve the same purpose as adverbs. The relative adverb is followed by a subject, it, and then a verb, happened. Functions of adverb clauses. Adverb clauses perform the same functions as adverbs in sentences. They do this by describing the intensity of actions or events, specifying locations, the timing of actions, manner and reason. Take for instance, because he came late, we could not attend the party. You can see that this sentence looks quite different from what we have been dealing with so far, and if you are not grammar sensitive, you would not be able to identify the adverb clause in the sentence. The adverb clause in the sentence is, because he came late. It appears at the beginning of the sentence unlike the adverb clauses we have been dealing with up until now. However, it does not occupy the subject position of the sentence like most elements that appear at sentence initial position do. You can see that the adverb clause is marked off from the rest of the sentence by a comma, which shows that it modifies the sentence without directly being a part of the sentence. This type of adverb clause is known as disjunct because it is separated from the main clause by a comma. It is also introduced by subordinate conjunctions, in this case, because. Its function is that it answers the question, why? By giving the reason for the action in the independent clause which is, we could not attend the party. So adverb clauses are basically adverbs with more words embedded in them. They are dependent clauses that perform the same functions as adverbs. The structure of adverb clauses is made up of a relative adverb followed by a subject, a verb and other grammatical elements. They perform the same functions as adverbs in sentences. Understanding adverb clauses will better inform you on how to use them effectively in writing. See you soon.